Always good to have Sarah Langs on the program. Sarah, great to have you back. Hello.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
Sarah, we were just talking about the Mets and Padres. Give me your take on why you think this is happening. Either club, anywhere you want to go.
I mean, I do think they're related, certainly, when you look at the payrolls. But to me, these are very different cases. With the Mets, there were issues with their lineup last year. We knew they didn't hit the ball hard enough as a team. They didn't hit the ball in the air nearly enough. And with all of the great signings, Justin Verlander, Jose Quintana, they didn't necessarily address that issue. So for me, while I didn't expect this to happen, the way that their lineup has played has not necessarily surprised me. And you see Pete Alonso there, Francisco Alvarez. They both had incredible moments. Francisco Alvarez has been great for them, learning on the job to be an outstanding major league catcher. But to me, that was the problem, was the lineup. For the Padres, it's a little bit different. I don't know exactly why it isn't all coming together, but I do have optimism for both these teams that it will get better in some way before the end of the year.
Yeah, I think so. You're just optimistic. I was with each week a little more pessimistic. I'm being more realistic with what I'm seeing. Earlier this week, I don't know why this blew my mind specifically, but Shohei Ohtani leading the league in total bases just got me. Like, wait a second. Like, that's a different category. I mean, I know he's the best hitter in the game now, but like also volume, playing every day. I mean, it's just amazing. While, of course, he's pitching at a high level.
I mean, he is on a whole other level. We thought we saw a peak Shohei Ohtani in 2021, and this year he's coming back and saying, oh, wait, I can do so much more. As you said, leading the league, OPS, slugging, home runs, tied for the lead in RBIs, and he's leading an opponent batting average. We've never seen a player before him 70 innings into a season lead the majors in home runs and opponent batting average after even a single day. And he has been doing that for, I lost count, it's more than 10 or 15 days at this point. And what really stood out to me is here we are, last day of June. He's just set an Angels record for home runs in a single month. And he was also pitching really well. 10 strikeout games, what have you. Everything he is doing is just so far past Babe Ruth. I know I say this all the time, no disrespect to history, but look at this. Guys to make multiple pitching starts in a single month and then hit home runs. He is the only guy to hit this many home runs while making multiple starts. Not Babe Ruth, just him.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. It's exceeding all expectations. And even playing games, I just noticed, played 155 games, 157 games last year. So he's doing it regularly now. He hasn't missed a start this year. It's all coming together. Just wanted to get it out on paper. It's amazing. Shane McClanahan, he now leads the American League in ERA plus. Give me something on him.
Well, I was thinking about him. He's starting tonight. We got our all-star starters, position players last night. Seems like he's in a really good spot to make a second straight start for the American League in the All-Star game. And you take a look at him with StatCast powered by Google Cloud, you see that his whiff rate on his changeup is 52.1%. That is the fourth highest for any pitcher on a single pitch type in the majors so far this season. I love to look at what makes the guy really, really good. For him, it's that pitch, a 135 opponent batting average, 173 opponent slugging. You see him here in LA last season. The last guys we saw to make back-to-back All-Star game starts were Max Scherzer and Chris Sale. Sale had a 3-season streak going up to 2018, and Scherzer made back-to-back starts that year. Feels like Shane McClanahan could be the next guy on that list.
That's a good point, right? Joining that level pitcher. It's a different type of pitcher that has more than one. All right, Sarah, time for our check with history.
The most cherished record in all of sports, Luis Arise is chasing history.
He's actually chasing history. Sarah, we did this for the on-base streak, but now we'll do it for 400. But Luis Arise 0 for 3 with a walk. Miami beat Boston in Fenway. Had some hard luck here and there. Every time I see him hit a hard ball right into a glove, it upsets me. He falls to 392. I will point out, he is the 4th best hitter in baseball in weighted runs created plus. 4th. So, like, it's not just the batting, that's some empty batting average. It's every 444 on base. He's like an incredible hitter and still hitting 392.
Yes, and I'm glad you said that because this isn't an empty batting average. This is a really, really good hitter. As you said, 392 right now. And just for context, even Ted Williams back in 1941 was not at 400 when you look through the equivalent number of team games. The Marlins are up to 82 right now, and you see him getting so many hits, and you can't blame him for yesterday. Brian Bayo kept them hitless through 7 innings. But if you take a look at this, I mean, I think it's important to see that you can still get back there. And I will say, I was off a Rise watch. End of May, I figured, okay, this was fun, but this is probably over.
Right.
And he ended up having that great start to the month. He got back there. So I think we know that he can still, and this is an incredible season either way.
Yeah, I'm rooting for a couple of 5 for 5 nights like he had last week, and then, boom, right back up there. But getting late, still pretty close. Sarah, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.